The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network and its website are those of the hosts, guests, and participants, and are not necessarily those of or endorsed by the network, its affiliated stations and broadcasts, the management, other hosts, or advertisers of the network. The shows found on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network can, but do not necessarily, promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. Get ready for fun in the paranormal with your host, Richard Spasoff, on Night Dreams Talk Radio.
Hello there. This is Richard Spasoff, and I'm happy to be here. It's still January, and it's the 13th, so I still would like to wish everyone a wonderful, happy New Year. Just want to wish everybody the best New Year ever, that they could, whatever their dreams are, whatever they would like to accomplish, to set out and do it. I'm a big believer in faith. I'm a big believer in prayer. And even though that's a thing that is unknown to science, I believe in it. I believe in God big time. And I'm thankful for all the gifts that we get. Tonight we have two wonderful guests. One of the guests, he'll be coming on here in a few minutes, is Brendan-Praniewicz. And he's a stand-up comedian. We had him here last week. Not only is this guy a comedian, but he's a professor, like the one that's on Gilligan's Island. No, the same way. I mean, he'll be with us in a couple minutes. And then on the second half hour, we have Murray Mitchell from Dare to Be Authentic from her radio show. She's going to share with us some paranormal experiences that she has been through in her life, and some angelic messages as well. Well, why don't we get the show rolling here and bring on our first guest, Brendan. Are you there?
I'm here.
I feel like we're on the dating game.
It does feel that way.
Bachelor number one, do you pick 1, 2, or 3?
You know what? I'm going to hold my reservations, I don't think I'm choosing anybody at this moment. Dating myself.
We'll save it. I like that. You have we have some stories to share with our audience, but to start off with, I thought we would have a little icebreaker, and you like that idea, right?
Love it.
Should I get my axe out and break the ice, or should I tell the story?
Maybe ice picks.
Okay. I tell you, I don't know. I don't. You know me. You know me for how long? Would you say to tell the audience?
The first time I met you was at a comedy show, and you did you read people's palms, and you read my palm, and you said, in the future, I would be on your show.
How about that? I didn't even have a show at the time, right, huh?
No, I'm joking about the last part, but you did read my palm on stage. So that's how long I've known you, for a couple of years now.
For a couple years, yes, and we've been hitting the comedy clubs, and my act, you got to admit, it is a little strange, don't you think?
You're one of the most unique comedian stage presences I've seen. You are. I think it's great what you do.
Thank you.
Very original.
In fact, tonight we're here to tell our audience a little bit of a mob story, because I used to teach the mafia's wives how to dance. I gave free massages to tigers. If that's not weird enough, I called up a witch doctor. I mean, what haven't I done?
You've lived a unique life.
A unique life. I think I think after you met me, your whole life has been a paranormal experience.
It just keeps getting stranger by the moment.
Well, I'm thankful for your friendship as well. I appreciate it. I also like to thank Gary from Night Dreams Talk Radio and all the wonderful hosts that you guys could check out all of our shows. But let's get on with this show so we don't have a long commercial. How's that sound?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I remember one story when I was working for the Mafia. At the time, I worked at a place called it was Annie of Paris. It was a salon at the Stardust Hotel and Casino that Sam Boyd owned, right?
Okay.
So after I gave all those names, I should be hearing a knock at my door pretty soon.
I think I heard a knock in the background, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Anyways, here I am doing a massage for somebody. It was an attractive girl. She left, and then her husband came in. I go, uh-oh, what kind of trouble am I in? Well, I gave the man a massage, a normal massage, just like I did for the girl. I know that sounds strange, but I gave normal massages. No funny business, just therapeutic massage.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon's trying to keep us... I'm trying not to smile here. I could just feel that, I tell you. Okay, so here I am in the massage room, and the husband asked me if I could take care of his wife. And I go, what do you mean, take care of your wife? Well, he said, would you mind sleeping with her? Well, I don't want to do anything funny, I said, but if I have to and I get paid well, I'd be happy to sleep with your wife. Well, let's say I did. I never got involved with her, okay? All I did was sleep in her bed. My job was to keep an eye on her, give her a massage at night. There were two other girls that lived there. All three of these girls were strippers. And two of them were strippers, and one of them was a jewel thief. So It was an interesting group of women I worked with, okay? And
strippers and jewel thieves usually live together. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. So here I am in this house, in this apartment, and I tell you, it was a wild life. I mean, one guy decided to crawl through the window and try to get to her. Not to hurt her, but he just wanted to get to her. He was obsessed over her. So my job was to calm these men down that would try to climb through the windows. Your normal job.
Mm-hmm.
So once he was in the apartment, after a few minutes, I was sitting down having tea with him. No, I was sitting down and just talking to him and helping him calm down. Now, does that sound normal?
That sounds like my everyday life. You know?
Okay. Now it's your turn. You have a weird story to share with us.
I'm so glad you brought this up because I just thought about something, and it involves, it's not quite paranormal, but I have a great story, and it is a true story. It's 100% true. Are you ready to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, it's a long, dramatic story, and I might get murdered for sharing this story, so.
Well, we don't want murder, so.
There might be a knock on my door any minute.
Oh, no.
Many, many years ago, my cousin had a girlfriend, and they broke up. And I always liked her, and he wasn't always very nice to her. So I asked her out, and we started dating.
Okay.
Now, that might sound like a weird story, but my cousin got really, really mad at me, and we was kind of fighting. Got kind of dramatic. But I have a friend who lives in Rhode Island.
Okay.
And during Christmas, I decided to go visit my friend in Rhode Island. And I told him I wanted to go to Salem, Massachusetts for a variety of reasons.
Okay,
I wanted to see where Nathaniel Hawthorne lived. I wanted to see where the the Salem witch trials happen and all of that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to a witch to put a curse on my cousin.
Wait a minute, Brendan.
I'm telling the truth. This is a true story.
Okay, go ahead.
I can give references for you to check out. This is a true story.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm in Salem, and I saw the House of Seven Gables. You know, I went to the Wax Museum of the Salem Witch Trials. These are all real things, by the way. You can check my credibility. And
I believe.
Then I wanted to talk to witches, so I started asking people, where can I find a witch?
Mm-hmm.
And I finally found a witch in this store, and I walked up to her, and I said, I want to put a hex on my cousin. And she said, really? And I said, yes. And she said, what would you like to do? And I said, I want to give my cousin erectile dysfunction.
Oh, no.
And she said something that I'll never forget. She said, the problem with the hex is that if you put a hex on somebody, then they'll come back tenfold on you.
Yes.
So I had no idea. And she said, you're better off wishing something good happens to your cousin rather than bad.
That makes sense, yes.
So when I came home to San Diego, I wrote, like good things on a piece of paper, and I burned them. Good things for to happen to my cousin, and I burned them on a candle. And that's a true story.
Okay, wait. Can I ask what the good things were then?
You know what? I just said I hope he finds somebody who really loves him and cares about him.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't really keep track with him, but I hope that's true. I hope he has found somebody who loves him.
Oh, shoot. We need to call him now and find out. Thanks.
He might be outside my door right now.
Does your cousin live in San Diego?
He does live in San Diego, yeah.
Oh, shoot. And he's probably listening to the show, but my luck, he's probably right next door.
He might be at your house right now, knocking on your door.
Great. You know, if I die... If I die because of you and I get shot and then I come back to life and do this show, you'll be the biggest hit, you know?
I think that show would be the biggest hit, honestly.
Well, make CBS News. I don't know what the title would be, but I think CBS would pick that up for sure.
Yeah, Ghost Air.
Now, wait a minute. You speak about your cousin. You have a paranormal experience in your bedroom. I don't know.
You know what? I was talking about this I talked about this a little bit on the last show, but I didn't go into that much detail.
Okay, let's go into the detail. The gossip.
Okay, let's go. It's not gossip. These are facts, man. These are
facts.
pure facts.
Sorry. Facts.
Yeah. I've lived in this house, and I think that my room was haunted.
Okay.
And there were locks on all of the doors in the house, which was weird. When we bought it, every door had a lock. Every single door had a lock, and the basement door had a lock. And I think that whoever lived there was trying to keep this bad energy away from them.
Can I ask, can you feel energy, or did you feel any?
You know what? I can feel energy sometimes. For example, here's an example. I'm not detracting from this story.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll give an example. So I used to live in this log cabin. I know that's a weird thing too, but I did. And the guy who lived there before had died in the house.
Okay.
And he liked to smell cigarettes, or liked to smoke cigarettes. And sometimes when I was really quiet or when it was really late at night, I could smell cigarettes in the front room.
Ooh, so it was a spirit that you felt and smelled.
Yeah,